the tip off. We'll take that W and hand you a loss. Break your ankles on the cross, on God, I'm that raw. Off the bounce, leave you on the first step. It might be a long night for you without some double team help. Or the whistle from the ref, I'm from the school of hard knocks. Watch how I hit them with a shimmy when I get them on the block. We talking nothing but hoops, a floor general and it's true. Spot up in the corner, man, you know I'm gon' shoot. Or slam like an alpha, I'm beastin' like a boss named Hefe. Trapping on the baseline, you escape no way. A baller like Kobe wearing 24 and y'all be sure to subscribe to the channel, with Mr. Slam and Alpha Dog too, and Pure Waves with the best sports book too. If you wanna show support, give us a view. Call this an NBA jam. If you a super fan, hit the bell is what you do. We off the bounce. Check up. Level off the bounce. Let's get it.
He's on fire.
What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Off the Bounce. Happy Wednesday, boys. I'm your host, Slam the Bookie. These are my boys, Alpha Dog Bets, BBB, and FA Picks. How we doing today, boys?
Boys, nobody cares about the NBA. The Yankees are the best sports team in the world. They won yet again today. I don't even know why we're here. Sports are over for the day. And, you know, the Yankees are here, baby. Hefe, how we doing?
Guys, we have two humongous game fives tonight.
I should have done it. I forgot.
Oh, my God. Winner stay home for the Grizzlies. I'm so excited to see who wins game 5, the Celtics Bucks. Shout out everybody, man. Shout out Pure Wage. Shout out ATS Spot. Shout out to Discord. Shout out the Marlins. Fish sticks today, baby. Everybody,
fish
fry tonight.
Fish sticks.
I'm hyped. In all reality, two great games tonight. We better get better games than we got yesterday, but still some stuff to talk about from yesterday's games.
Yeah, I'd love to get into yesterday's recap, boys. Let's jump right into that. The first game of yesterday, we all thought it was a trap. I think we all got baited in that one.
Yeah, we got trapped.
76ers.
First of all, for everybody in OTB Nation, I just want you to know I DM'd Jake last night and did blame him for the entire thing.
Yeah,
Jake's so funny. Yeah.
Never, ever am I riding with Jake ever again. If he's in the chat, everyone kick Jake out or
I probably
talk
will
shit to him or
next
something.
game.
There it is, baby. Jake in chat saying Sixers in 7.
Jake didn't even respond to anything to like nothing. We went we didn't say a word to each other today. All I got was a message saying in 7.
I think he DM'd me one day. I still haven't opened it, but I saw him. It was like Jake Sixers and 6.
Oh, very nice of you. Very nice of you.
Jake, if you DM me, I'll reply. I'm not Slam. I'm not a
shout out J-O.
I see it, boys. I see it.
Chat is popping.
Chat is popping, boys. Let's jump right into a quick recap of yesterday. Let's talk about that game, 76ers versus the Heat. We all thought it was a trap. We thought the 76ers were going to steal one in Miami. We were wrong, man. Start to finish, Miami came out hot. First quarter, first half, full game. Second half was all Heat. Heat lead the series 3-2. And Joel Embiid, he plays hard, but he can't do it alone. I want to hear your thoughts on this game. BBB, going to you first. Man, what'd you think about the game?
Yeah, I got burned on this first game. I had the 76ers, and I also had the Joel Embiid prop. Joel Embiid, I mean, if his prop cash based on heart, I would have hit pretty easily because he took quite a few blows that game. He hurt his back going into the stands. He immediately comes back out. He's going right back at it. He got smoked in the face, and that had to be the worst pain of his life. I mean, getting hit in a broken orbital bone. An orbital bone is literally the worst injury you can get. And he came back in the game almost immediately after. The guy's got tons of heart. He ended up cashing his prop, but he gained a lot of respect for me. I'm not going to lie. It would have been one thing if he would have gone out there and just sucked, but I mean, the dude was giving his all. So.
What prop did you have?
I took his over on his points, but I didn't end up catching on that. No, he got 17 and needed 25.5. But I liked seeing what I saw out of him. He's got a lot of heart. You got to root for the guy.
He proved a lot for me.
Yeah, it proved a lot to me. He wants to win. He wants nothing more to win, and he's trying to do everything he can for that team. He needs some other people to step up for him. The guy that's got basically every single thing in his body broken is your leading scorer. He's doing everything for the team. They need someone else to step up. Hefe, what you think about that game?
Guys, Joel this, Embiid that, face orbital, thumb this, thumb that. It's the playoffs, man. That team came out flat as hell. That team came out in the exact way that Kyrie looks at the earth. Flat. All right. No pulse. That team had no pulse yesterday coming out. You cannot do that. It is a hectic environment. You're going back to Miami after you just took 2 from them. The Heat cannot get anything working. And what do? You let PJ Tucker, Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, Gabe Vincent, Max Strus, Villa Oladipo, and Tyler Hero all score in double digits.
Everybody scored.
What? Even Duncan Robinson scored a point. Congratulations to you, my brother. On the other side, James Harden went right back to his Jim Harden ways. A real sizzling 37 minutes of play, 5 of 13, 14 points. Maxey had a bad game. I guess Embiid had a good game, but more or less, there was no energy. Niang probably had the worst game on the team, 0 for 6 from 3-point range. That's all he did. He just ran around and took 6 3-pointers.
Took laps. Did laps.
I think the internet bullied the Heat into playing Duncan Robinson, which is kind of funny.
Yeah, it is fun. It just goes to show you that team went back against the wall. That's what having a championship DNA does for you. Back against the wall, you play together like a team.
Hefe, I have a question.
Sure.
With both results, how they went last night and what's been going on the last couple of days, does this make you more inclined to take home teams?
No.
The home teams are absolutely smacking right now.
No.
The role players are playing better at home. The shooters are out at home. You can see the stats. In the last, 4 days, it's 7-1. There's been one away team to win, and that was the Boston Celtics. Yep, outright. And they're all by landslides recently. You're seeing games last night that were 30, 35 points. Because you guys, role players, like we talked about yesterday, Gabe Vincent puts up a 0 burger in Philly, but puts up 15 last night in Miami. So it's tough right now.
I'm not reading into any of that trend because this is the playoffs. Especially now in all of these series, besides the Warriors Grizzlies, it's a 3-game series for every single one. So every game is its own entity, and it should not matter where it is. They should be prepared and ready to go. What we saw from the 76ers yesterday was a unprepared team. I don't want to say that the Mavericks were unprepared because they actually helped. At halftime, it was a 3-point game. They just – I don't know what they did. They said 1-3 Cancun at halftime, and they didn't show up.
They scored 34 points.
They scored 14 points in the third quarter. So I wasn't even. You know what the crazy thing is? I was actually even that impressed with the Suns yesterday. But the Mavericks just played so bad. So bad. They went right back to Luka hero ball. You hate to see a great adjustment by Monty Williams. I said it yesterday on the show. They are going to take away every player who's not Luka, and the only other player who even showed up was Jalen Brunson. I don't even know what Finney Smith did yesterday. I would have to look it up. 8 points. Oh, he did, but beautiful 2 game. You gotta love it. Reggie Bullock, Dwight Powell, beautiful cardio game from them. Reggie Bullock ran for 35 minutes and scored 0 points yesterday. So he is going to be a tired man this morning. But no, Alpha. I don't give any weight to that home team.
Here's
stuff.
The same narrative in this game. Look at the same exact players. Dorian Finney-Smith going 8 for 12.
No, I'm not going to play that. I'm not going to play that side, man. I'm going to give credit to the Suns making adjustments than I am for role players not being able to shoot in an opposing team's building.
To be fair, Luka took less shots. Luka took less shots in this game than he did the game prior. They just didn't execute in this one. It was the same game plan. Luka didn't have any different style in this one. He shot the ball less than he did in the previous game. They just didn't hit their shots.
Reggie Bullock, dude, 0 points. That's
he's a track star.
As a starter, man, 0 points. Jeez.
It's not the 0 points. It's the 35 minutes.
Look at the scoring by the entire Mavs team. God. Only 3 players scored more than 10 points, or 10 or more. Not more than 10. Only 2 scored more than 10. Only 3 had 10 or more.
Yeah, they had no production off of they have no production off the bench either. Bertans had 10, but he's out there shooting threes. Adjustment
the Suns made that nobody's talking about. They cut Campaign's minutes and gave it to Shamet. Campaign was having a lot of trouble defensively. a lot of trouble defensively. He was
he only
not
had 4
keeping up.
minutes here.
He was not
Great
keeping up
point.
with the role player, because remember, it's not
Yeah,
Luka they're
good
trying
point.
to stop. They're trying to stop everybody else. Where they have Brunson, Dinwiddie, Bullock, Finney-Smith, and Cam Payne was not keeping up defensively in rotations.
Yep.
He was switching over to Luka and not switching over to the corners, thus getting these wide open threes. What do you have last night? Shamet 19 minutes compared to Cam Payne 4 minutes, and those 4 minutes, I promise you, were the last 4 minutes of the fourth quarter when this game was over. So that's the huge adjustment that the Suns
Yeah, that's
made.
that's where when you said that that you weren't even that impressed with what the Suns did, I kind of disagree, just because like what you're saying right now. I think
Offensively,
it was
from
well,
a
it was little
coaching
things.
perspective, all the credit goes to them.
So
Monty
okay, so
Williams
here's
did the
the
big
Suns.
thing.
Their offense, when it's clicking, it's because their defense. Their offense feeds off their defense. When they're shutting teams
And
down
you
like
look at
that,
the third quarter.
they get more transition,
Defense
they
was
get more
huge.
things. They run so much. They thrive off of good defense. Like I think any team does. Whenever you're getting those stops, you're getting that stuff. You just get in this flow where like all your role players are scoring. Everyone's doing it. Like when you look up and down that board, you see everyone on that board's got like, oh, he's got 7 there, 6 there, 7 there. Like everyone's there efficiently, like, and they're all like 3 of 4 or 2 of 4 on shots. So like, you're always going to get those little contributions from everybody.
Agreed.
And real quick before we move on, guys, I know a lot of people had this prop, Chris Paul over. Dude had only 7 points, but he did play a bigger role. 10 assists. And other things like
I
that.
did say yesterday. I knew he wasn't.
Hey,
I
you
was
did say
be
revenge
wary of
spot
the
for Chris
points.
Paul.
Be wary of the points, but I did think he was going to make an impact. I said
Yeah.
he'd make an impact. It wouldn't be necessarily as much on the
Exactly.
Stat sheet, and I think that's exactly what happened there. Devin Booker did cash his over prop though.
Aiden went over as well. Remember, I said Aiden was due. They needed him to bounce back here, and he got 20 points.
Best game.
Yep.
They have
All right,
to
guys.
in the series for sure.
Let's
All
get
right,
into
boys.
the first one.
All right, Bucks versus the Celtics. The line is sitting at -5. Total is sitting at 213. Let me see any crazy line movements here. Yeah, it looks like the total opened at 214.5, dropped all the way down to 213. As you know, this series, the Bucks are 8-1 to the under. The last game went over to break that streak. I want to hear your guys' thoughts on the side and the total here. Do you guys like the under? The under's kind of been hot in the series. Alpha, going to you first, man. What do you think?
Over. It's an overplay at 213. It's all a numbers game here, and I think we're going to see both teams show up tonight. The Bucks aren't going to have as bad performance offensively, and I think the Celtics show up again. And on the side, I am on the Celtics money line in a parlay. I will go over the second leg in the second game, but it's probably not what you think.
Give some props, too. What do you like? I know you said it earlier, but say it again.
Props on this game?
Yeah.
I like what you would call it, Jason Tatum over 28.5 points. I was leaning between him and getting a Peyton Pritchard 3 prop, but I wasn't able to get a good line on it. BBB's the king of the Peyton Pritchard line. Anything you found on this game?
I don't know. Half the time they have not been giving him a line as of late, simply because there's so many different like variables with him. One game he plays 20 minutes, one game he plays 0 minutes. So it's like if you can get him on one of those, like 15, 20-minute games, you're getting crazy value, and that's where you get those ladder threes and hit them and stuff. But I think the books are just kind of scared to give out the value on that, and so sometimes they're not even offering the lines. So if you haven't been able to find a line, I definitely can see that.
Yeah, so the only one that I would play on this one is Tatum over 28.5. It's juiced to the under on the so you can get it at -105. But I have a prop on the second game that I'm definitely playing.
Nice. Hefe?
I lean the under, but my play here is the Celtics. I'm gonna take them at -5. I think they hold down the home court here. I'm not even gonna question it. I lean, honestly, the defensive schemes that they're throwing at them are really interesting to me. The one thing I'm worried about is this series has been Bucks, Celtics, but it's just back forth. So this would indicate that the Bucks. Do they need this game? No, because they're going home for Game 6. This is a 3-game series at this point. I think the Celtics feed off the crowd. I look for Jaylen Brown to bounce back. He did not have that great of a Game 5, and Al Horford really took that over. I know the Bucks are not going to let Al Horford take over again. His points prop is at 13.5, and it's even money on the over, and on the under, it's -125. they're begging you to take that over, but at 13.5, I just in the playoffs, I can't. It's such a low number. I have two props I'm looking at. Like I said, I like Jaylen Brown over 24 points, and I like Derek White. He has been getting some increase in minutes. He's definitely better offensively than Marcus Smart, but Marcus Smart there's nobody better than him defensively, right? Because he just won the award. So
Right.
Marcus Smart definitely gets the minutes in that situation, but I love when Derek White comes in. The offense flows because everybody's a shooter. More space opens up for Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum for driving purposes. I believe no Robert Williams again tonight, so that's going to definitely unclog the paint. Everybody's a shooter, and I like Derek White over 9.5 points.
I love that. White was awesome last game. His plus minus was second best on the team.
Yeah, I'm sure how well he performed down in the crunch time there has earned him some more minutes as well.
Exactly.
Yeah, for me, guys, I like I lean the Celtics here. I don't know if I'm going to pull the trigger on that spread. Maybe look for a live spot. But as far as the props, I think most of the value, in my opinion, is on the Bucks props. I like Giannis Antetokounmpo over 45.5 points and rebounds. His usage rate has just been insane. We've seen whether it's win or lose, he's going to get his. I think that he can get like 35 points pretty easily. It seems like that's almost like a given every game, whether it's a win or a loss. His usage rate is 40+% in each of these games. And his rebounding potential with Bobby Portis kind of playing a lesser role has been like way higher. Like, I mean, he's just there to get all the boards, and heck, he might even throw one off the backboard and dunk it again and give himself a little double whammy for both of them on our props again. So I love that angle there. And then a lean for a prop is going to be, Drew Holiday over 20.5 points. I said it last game. I said he's going to get the volume. He got the volume. He just didn't execute. He's taken 22 plus shots. He's taken over 20 shots in a lot of these games. I think that, the volume's going to be there. It's just, he can't just keep missing some of these gimmies, man. I mean, so if you want a value prop there, I mean, he's got to be, I mean, he should hit this. He really should, unless he just sucks. So if you're confident enough that Drew Holiday's not going to be a total piece of garbage, I think that's a great prop there.
I like that angle.
I was just looking at Drew Holiday, but I'll go next year. The side is tough, man. Do you guys remember the spread for the first two games? I can't remember. I feel like the spread is just like boosted up or something. I don't remember it being this high.
Well, it wasn't this high, but it's based off the situation, right? It's a game 5 in Boston. They just won in Milwaukee, so that probably boosts this up. If they think about this, if they lost that game versus the Bucks and they were down 3-1 here, this is probably like a pickup.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I guess the bookmakers are feeding off of some momentum here for the Celtics to bounce back, or not bounce back, to get a win here at home, and home teams have been doing well. I mean, looking at this line, man, I really think it's like too many points, and I want to take the Bucks. I don't know, but I'm staying away from the side here. I like the total. I think it goes back to a defensive matchup. It opened at 214.5, dropped all the way down to 213 now. I think last game went over in the second half. Too many foul calls there. I like this under a lot. As far as player props, I was looking at Drew Holiday as well. He had a bad game. Not a bad game, but he had a 16-point game. Most of the times when he does bad, he bounces back the next game. Like him as far as props. Tatum, I took him the last game. He should turn up here at home. And then I guess a third prop. I was looking. Oh, Giannis. So Giannis props have been going over two games. So I want to take the Giannis under, man, just because it's an away game.
That's a tough one, dude.
It's so scary.
He always gets hit, man.
It's so scary, and he has revenge on his mind, man. Just because
win or lose, Giannis is gonna play his butt off till the end. He's gonna, and like, not even stat padding. It's just he's literally going to keep going to the basket, going, for rebounds until he is taking out of that game.
Yeah.
He's always going to be fighting for your stuff, and not even in like a stat padding way. That's not even the Giannis way. It's just, he's going to battle. He's going to
he's going to attack.
You've seen how much he's given in this series. You'll see, anytime he's like gets fouled or something, he's on the ground, you'll see him taking like a couple deep breaths because he knows I got to get back up and I got to go 100% again. And he's taking this quick little breather and then he goes right back out there.
100%.
All right, boys. Let's jump right into game number 2. Warriors versus the Grizzlies. Line is sitting at -4. Total is sitting at 219. As far as injury report, Ja is out for the entire playoffs.
Hates it.
Yeah, he's done. But anyways, the Grizzlies played well. Fourth quarter choke. Warriors are good, man. But only getting -4 here on the road, boys. Is the line a little sus? I want to hear your thoughts. Hefe, going to you first, man. What do you think?
Yeah, I do think it's sus. I think the world is begging for you to take the Warriors here. The narrative of are they better without Ja kind of got crushed in that last game where they had the game and gave it up in the fourth. But guys, I think the Grizzlies. I'm going to take the Grizzlies +4 here. It's my official play, but I also think the Grizzlies could very possibly win this game. There's something to be said when money's involved, and the NBA is in a situation right now where if the Grizzlies win this game, all 4 series have game 6s, which is just probably an NBA fan and NBA viewers' dream. TNT, ESPN's just salivating at the opportunity for having multiple game 7s. And I know I'm not going to really take that into consideration here, but my play is Memphis +4. I think they're going to play better at home. I don't know what to say about Desmond Bain. I think he's a little bit hobbled. Hopefully Dylan Brooks looks in the mirror and realizes he's way more Scottie Pippen than Michael Jordan, and not even Scottie. He's like Dennis Rodman, Jesus. And they got to look for others, right? Jaren Jackson, spend some more time in the paint. Maybe not shoot 7 threes. Tyus Jones, I love what he did. He put the ball more in your hands.
Fantastic.
Steven Adams more. They have a size advantage and a strength advantage down low. And since I brought it up, that's what my favorite prop of the game is Steven Adams over on rebounds. The man got 15 rebounds in the last game. All of a sudden just didn't play in the fourth quarter. I don't really understand it. I think his prop today is at 9 or 9.5 rebounds, and that's what I like.
9.5.
9.5. So one with Steven Adams rebounds and Grizzlies +4. And I agree with Stephen Chow, man, our boy. I think Memphis has a good shot on the money line. A little sprinkle on that one. Alpha, what do you think?
Second leg of my parlay with the Celtics is the Grizzlies money line. So yeah, I'm all over that. I think the Grizzlies are going to extend this series. They're a much better team at home. They really should have won the last game. Play that one in Memphis, run it back. I think they get that one in the fourth quarter. I mean, I don't think Brooks plays as bad at home. And the Grizzlies will extend it. They're one of the best teams in the league without Ja Morant. They proved it all year long. They're not better without him, but they are still one of the best teams without him. So give me the Grizzlies on the money line parlay. I also love Tyus Jones as my player prop of the night, over 14.5, -105 on that. He's been fantastic. He dropped 17 last game. I can see him getting around that, maybe close to 20 in this one. BBB, what do you think about Tyus Jones? Any props?
Yeah, I'm actually on a Tyus Jones prop as well. I'm on his points, rebounds, and assists over. I think that it's all just a little low for him. I don't think they realize that when with Ja out, he's going to fill that same role he did when he was out throughout the season. It's the reason where Alpha started to get that whole, Tyus Jones is going to be a starter somewhere else next year, because I think he's right. He definitely has earned the possibility of getting a role. Whether a team bites on him or not, I don't know, simply because, a lot of teams, they like to get different talent. They like to discover their own talent. But I like the spot for him. I think getting his over points, rebounds, and assists, he's going to do everything around. Everything he does is just it's good. I love this prop, guys. But also, I am gonna bite on the Desmond Bain over. I think that
such a tough man, because I think he's hobbled, man.
I think that the line's just too low, though. I mean, no matter how hobbled he is, you're able to get it at like 16.5 right now. I think that's a good look. All it takes is a little bit of playing at home too. I think should help. He's going to be able to get energized. I know that his splits have been a little better on the road, but it really is splits in general have just been he's sucked for the last 4 games. So not really looking at home versus away. I think that he can get it done. I agree with you, Matthew. There, I like the Tyus Jones points rebounds.
That's Dead Prez in the Discord, or wannabe Dead Prez. And it's another under day in the NBA. Okay,
that's all right. Well, and then last I like Andrew Wiggins over 5.5 rebounds. He's been hot. He's been crashing the boards. He gets the outlet to Steph. So yeah, I like that. That's worked for them well. I think he hits that again. I think it's even at plus money. So Those are some of my thoughts.
As far as side here, I like the Grizzlies plus the 4. Yesterday was a square ass day, man. Both favorites rolled. You got to think a doggy's going to hit here. At least one of the games. I think the Grizzlies have a good. The Grizzlies have a good shot here at home. Plus the 4. Lean to the under. We saw in last game they slowed down the tempo, and the Warriors were struggling. Both teams kind of just missed shots, but again, they played well, and I think they're going to keep slowing down tempo here with Steven Adams in the lineup. Grizzlies at home, I think they'll find some momentum there. Plus the 4 is my play. I do lean the under. As far as props, I like Jones, Titus Jones. Who else? Bane. Oh man, that's a tough one, but I think he's due, boys. I think he's due for one. And then as far as Golden State prop, I had Wiggins the last game. I think he had I had him for over rebounds, over 5.5 rebounds. I think he'll go over 5 over rebounds again. So like that.
I like that a lot too. Slam, the people want to know, everyone's curious. Right when you said one dog, one fave today, we think we heard a dog or something bark. Does that mean the Grizzlies are the dog that's going to bark tonight? What does that mean?
It's dude. So I feel like it's such an obvious Grizzlies play that I'm not even gonna jinx it, boys. I'm just saying we thought the 76ers was the obvious dog.
Don't bring up old shit now. Come on.
I'm just saying. I like the Grizzlies, and I think they show up here, and I think they're gonna give it all they have.
Hey, can I say something, guys?
I'm just saying. It could be the Bucks outright too.
No, screw that. If I had to ask you a question, you got, and obviously if you looked, you'd know. Who do you think has a higher PRA today? Dylan Brooks or Triple J?
If it's Dylan Brooks, I swear.
It should be Dylan Brooks. He's going to play more minutes.
I don't care if he's got more minutes. His minutes is him running into
Dylan Brooks' PRA is 27.5. Jaren Jackson's PRA is 25.5.
I think Dylan Brooks bounces back.
Jaren Jackson at 25. Listen, if you watch that game, Jaren Jackson was their best offensive player in one-on-one situations. There is nobody on the Warriors who can guard. Draymond can try, but Jaren Jackson's longer than him. Looney is just as long as him, but he's slower than him. There is nobody to guard Jaren Jackson. And I gave him at a point in my life where I'm telling the Grizzlies that they have to run their offense through Triple J, but they have to run their offense through Triple J. And he has to stop settling for three-pointers. He's 7 feet freaking tall.
Do you know how many times Dylan Brooks has covered at 27.5 points, rebounds, and assists in this playoffs?
0.
Actually, once. Somehow he got 28 against Minnesota one game, but I think they just gave him that number to make him feel
better. As Draymond would say, this ain't Minnesota basketball, baby.
Yeah, so.
Well done.
He hasn't even been close. He had 13. I can't believe they're hanging that high of a number, but
no, I can't believe it either. And the odds are worse too. Over 27.5 is minus 120, while over 25.5 for Triple J is at minus 115. Guys, there's just no way Dylan Brooks has just a great game tonight.
He's averaging 15 points, rebounds, and assists. Out of all of them, I think his points prop is at 17. You take all of it, and
but if he gets in foul trouble, it's.
That's his biggest problem. Andy sucks, so that doesn't.
I will say the number one thing that Dylan Brooks, and if you're Dylan Brooks backer, prop backer that you have going for you, is how the coach spoke about him after the game. The amount of times that coach, and I'm sorry, I'm forgetting his name. The coach is
Jenkins. He's an idiot.
Used the word I trust him. I trust him. Makes me think that. Yep, Dylan Brooks is going to get us 35 minutes tonight, baby. He's going to put up as many shots as he wants to, and he has the green light. So it's literally not about is he going to get the time to do it? Is he going to put up the shots? It's just about is he going to look as bad as he did 2 days ago.
Hey, Hefe, can you read this out loud to people?
Read what?
Just curious. Can you read it?
I have to read it first before reading it out loud. I give you that advice.
Tony, I think that's supposed to. All right, Brothers hate the Warriors. Tony Brothers.
So Tony Brothers is the head ref. So Tony Brothers head ref tonight hates the Warriors. 64% home win rate. Jacqueline Jackson. These are all the refs for tonight.
Mhm.
Oh,
Basically saying, look at all these refs' home win rate: 64%, 75%, 75%, 85%. This is the crew
Great
tonight.
information. Actually.
Basically, this is amazing information from Mr. Chow over there, aka
Good job,
Mr.
Chow.
Nava's
Good
favorite
job.
restaurant.
there you have it, boys.
And this is great info, honestly. So what this is basically saying is that this ref crew has an incredibly high home win rate, and as we know, the Grizzlies are the home team tonight. But this ain't no Scott Crawford CP3 situation.
Scott Foster.
100%.
Who
All
did I
right,
say?
boys.
Who's
Scott
Scott
Crawford.
Crawford?
Not sure.
I
I'm
don't
not
Yeah,
sure.
you said Scott
I'm not
Crawford.
sure.
Oh,
That-
my
But it's about that time, boys. Let's get into it. Wade to LeBron.
LeBron.
I'm giving the parlay first, boys. Parlay Grizzlies money line, Celtics money line plus 265, and give me the over 213 at minus 120 on the Celtics Bucks. Big brain bet. Tell them why you're on Tyus Jones, everything, and both of my bets as well.
Yeah, I'm taking Tyus Jones points, rebounds, and assist over. But also in that game, I'm going to take I'm just going to give out a bunch of props today, guys. Screw the sides. The sides are scary. We're prop savants today. All right, we're going Tyus Jones points, rebounds, and assist over. We're going Desmond Bane's points over, and then Andrew Wiggins over on rebounds. So those are the three for the Warriors and Grizzlies game, and then Giannis over points and rebounds. You can take his points, rebounds, and assists if you don't have, just the points, rebounds. I think that hits as well. And then Drew Holiday over points. Let's get ready to just cash every single prop in the world.
What was that, 38 bets?
38 bets.
Jesus.
No, there was like
Love it.
4, 5.
I don't even know how I backed that up. All right. Well, I'm going to go with Celtics -5 here, -125 odds by the hook. I'm going to take Derek White as my prop over in that game. Points over, prop 9.5 for Derek White. In the second game, I am going with the Grizz +4. And I'm going to take Steven Adams over 9.5 rebounds. And with a heavy lean, screw it, not a lean. Take Triple J PRA over 25.5.
I like that.
All right, boys. Giving out 4 plays today. Fuck it.
Make it 5.
Bucks.
Make it 5.
Make it
feel
5.
like
Let's get it.
11.
Bucks, Celtics under 213 full game.
Oh, you piece of
taking-
shit.
Taking Drew Holiday. I'm sorry, bro. Taking Drew
It's
Holiday
stated by play.
on Drew Holiday over. And then going to the Warriors and Grizzlies game. I like the Grizzlies here. I'm running with my boy Chow. Chow, if you're in the chat, let me know. Grizzlies +4, sprinkle a bit on the money line. Tyus Jones over. A little bit small on Bane, but I think Bane steps it up here, man. He's got to turn it around at some point during this series, and I think tonight is the night. Again, the backs against the wall. They really don't have anything to lose, man. No jaw, so I think the Grizzlies are going to give it all they have tonight. So, like the Grizzlies, boys. And you guys got anything else before we, end the show?
4 more outs, for the love of God. 4 outs. 1 more Merrill Kelly, and then we got to go to the bottom half and get 3 from Alcantara to cash this first 5 under. This has been the sweatiest
Someone said a
freaking
nuke.
No way. What?
Watch your damn mouth. At first I thought he said he hit one, then realized
No,
he said
I
someone
really thought he.
is a
someone hit it.
POS. Oh, 3,
Anyways,
2,
boys.
Anyways,
we're-
everybody, 2
Take it, go
humongous
ahead.
games tonight. We will be back same time, same place tomorrow for OTB, where there are somehow 2 more huge Game 6s seasons on the line. Shout out to Pure Wage. You already know this show will not be here without him. If you don't know about him, go check him out on Twitter right now, and we will see everybody tomorrow, noon Eastern, for Off the Bat.
There it is, baby. Home